Hey, welcome to our channel, everybody. I'm Brian.
And I'm Shauna.
And this is episode 2 of Keeping Up with the Johnsons. If you don't know our story, we are a couple of regular people.
Empty nesters.
Yeah, who decided to quit our corporate jobs, sell our home, auction off everything we own, move into our 35-foot RV with our 2 French bulldogs, Ricky and Lucy, and travel full time. If you can tell in the background, we are coming to you from somewhere near the ocean, and that somewhere is the Florida Keys.
Somewhere very near the ocean, like what, 10 feet behind us?
Yeah, so
Yes.
we're sitting in this little palapa structure here, coming to you almost live, not quite. Anyway.
Coming to you from paradise, as I've been calling it all week. We're here for 2 weeks, which is really cool.
So 2 weeks at this particular place, and then we're going up to Key Largo for another week, 4 days.
Yeah.
But I think all said and done in Florida, will have spent almost...
Oh, at least a month.
At least close to almost...
Yeah. Oh my God, yeah.
6
because
weeks.
we started out, right.
Yeah, 6 weeks or so.
The top of it, yeah.
Anyway, today's video, again, as I said, episode 2 of Keeping Up with the Johnsons, we're going to talk a lot of it about why we originally chose to become YouTubers. We don't consider ourselves YouTubers necessarily. We just consider ourselves a couple average Joes putting out videos. I mean, to preface this particular conversation, is we don't want it to. I guess we don't want to come off like we're whining or crying or complaining, because we're not.
No.
It's just some things you don't always consider. When you decide to do something like this. I know we certainly did. There were some traps that we fell into, I think, at least I did. And some things that are the good sides to everything, the downsides to everything, the upsides, the good, sort of the bad, the ugly, as I like to say.
A candid overview. Oh, if I may can I do one little public service announcement? So I've had folks ask me, why do you wear sunglasses in every video, or take off your sunglasses and let's see you. Yeah, let's see you eye to eye. And the reason that I do that is I have very light blue eyes naturally and a lot of light sensitivity. So I can sit here and I can squint to practically where you can't even see my eyes, or I can wear these. If the light's right, I try not to wear my sunglasses. So that's why light sensitivity. Let's start with why we chose to become YouTubers.
Well, did we choose YouTube, or did YouTube choose us?
I think we chose YouTube. I do. I think at the very beginning, we thought this would be a perfect way to vlog our travels, because we've made such a huge change in our lives. Living out of an RV and traveling the U.S., that this was going to be a perfect way to capture those travels and to share that with our family. And I know you hear that a lot. That's what a lot of people say. I did it so I can share with my family. And that's true. So a lot of people get into it.
Well, there are, in this particular niche, full-time RVers, I mean, there are a ton of channels out there and a ton of people doing this, from all different walks of life. And, this is just our walk that we're on. Yeah.
And then on the side, as we're vlogging and capturing our travels, another thought was, at some point we could potentially be monetized for that. Yeah. If we ever get to, you have to get 1,000 subscribers and 4,000
watch hours.
4,000 watch hours, which when you are starting out seems like a long way to go. Yeah. And we thought, well, if we ever get there, great. Yeah. That'll be fun. Once you get there, things change, and we'll talk about that too. But those are probably the main reasons for us getting into YouTubing and starting a YouTube channel. Oh, and how long have we been doing this?
Since December.
Was it December? I was going to say April. Okay.
So, some of the downsides to doing YouTube takes a lot of time.
It does.
So sometimes we find ourselves really stressing about what our next topic is going to be, how to shoot it, creative differences between the two of us.
What? that.
Certainly, yeah, that's a downside. I have a vision, Shauna has a vision, and somehow we usually kind of meet in the middle.
Yeah.
But a lot of times along that path, it can get pretty rocky.
And I will tell you, while we're on that topic, we've been on the road for 5 months making videos every week, and the creative differences have probably been our number one argument or frustration between the two of us, as we have, I mean, out of everything, and that includes travel, where we're going, and finances, and all of that.
Right.
The creative differences has been the number one. I don't know if you experienced that. I would love to hear it if you have, and how you've resolved it.
Yeah, how you come to a happy medium there. I mean, we've managed to do it, but being quite honest, there have been at least 2 occasions where we've both said we're done.
Yes.
We're going to stop because it's the strife that it's causing between us was just too much, and
literally we stopped speaking to each other.
Yeah, over it. And that's sad, and that's certainly a place we didn't want to be, and we can't imagine. Some of these huge channels, that the stresses and the pressure that they're under, I'm sure they probably have people that help them out with their channels once they get to a certain size, but so that kind of leads into another thing about YouTube, and that is what you choose to focus on in terms of your channel growth. A lot of people place a lot of importance and focus on the number of subscribers.
Yeah.
It's easy to it's easy to fall into that trap, but let me tell you, subscriber count doesn't necessarily matter.
Well, it doesn't mean views.
Right, it doesn't mean views,
right?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
About 20% of our subscribers, sometimes less, actually view our content.
And that's a good average.
Yeah, that's a typical average across all YouTube channels.
Yes.
So subscriber base doesn't mean everything. For those who remember Kevin Costner in The Field of Dreams, the old adage that is build it and they will come. So basically what that means is, if you have good content, you create good content that's compelling that people want to watch, then you're going to get views and you're going to get people to come along.
Right.
So it's kind of what we have decided to kind of focus on. Just kind of build it and they will come. You can get so wrapped up in the analytics, which there's certain ones you want to look for, but let me tell you, you can get really down in the weeds pretty quickly. Yeah, I'm just an analytical person, and
I love that data.
Yeah. So
that's a really good. Be careful when you're doing this. Try as hard as you can not to get wrapped up in the analytics. I mean, literally, you would look at analytics every day, sometimes hours, trying to take the advice of other YouTubers. There's tons of YouTube videos out there about analytics, what to watch for, and wondering, is that good? Is that bad? What do we need to change? It's helpful. It's definitely helpful, but just try not to get yourself wrapped up in those analytics. It will eat you up.
Yeah. Downside, if you're not careful, you'll fall. It's more of a trap, I guess, maybe.
Yeah.
But you kind of see it all the time about, best cameras for vlogging, best equipment, all the stuff you need, right? I totally fell into that. I spent thousands of dollars on stuff, $2,000 or $3,000 maybe, on stuff that certainly we didn't need. Your iPhone is an absolute one of the most awesome cameras you can use to start your YouTube channel. Plenty of people do it still. there are people that have hundreds of thousands of subscribers and making a ton of money just by using their iPhone.
Right.
And quite frankly, I've got another camera over there. I'll snap to it here, and then an iPhone. And I bought some of these GoPro Session 5s to click on the rig. Very seldom do that.
The drone, we've got a drone.
I don't use that much.
Well, the reason we don't use the drone is because it seems like we're always in windy places.
Yeah, it's true.
Right?
So, long story short, don't fall into the trap of thinking you need to have all this expensive equipment. Really don't need it. It's all about the quality of your content, whether or not you're compelling to watch, whether you're interesting, right? All that stuff goes into what people really want. They could care less what equipment you use to film yourself and all
with
that.
Us. So we would go someplace, and instead of going to actually enjoy that particular location, we were going to film, to record, and to find content, and we weren't in the moment. We weren't necessarily enjoying that. And we would be carrying, this big camera with a dead cat on it. And we'd have the handheld Canon, and we'd have the GoPros, and we'd have the lavaliers, and we'd have batteries and cards, and a backpack, and the phone. And we were spending more time looking at, what's going to make a good story, what's going to be good content, and not, checking out the trail and looking at the beauty that was all around us. So that has been one of the downsides, and we've really tried to scale that back. And
but that's the struggle. That really is. That is the struggle, and how to create something that's going to be interesting to people.
So now that we have hit that threshold of monetization, we're able to see what our videos are earning, and we are not going to get rich off of this.
Well, not anytime soon.
No.
Here's one of our most successful videos, and this is on our e-bikes. I think we've got like 54,000 views. You know, it's kind of an outlier, but we made pretty decent money off that, around, I don't know, $300 or $400, something like that.
Yeah, which is a few tanks of gas.
Yeah,
that's fantastic.
But that's kind of the average work on one of those videos, and we have other videos that have taken just about as much work, and we've made $12 on.
Yeah.
You know, so
you're not going to get rich off this. I think it's very few and far between that you end up reaching the level of Keep Your Daydream or Less Junk, More Journey. In the meantime, this is just something that you have to expect. You're going to put a lot more time and effort into than there is going to be a monetary reward. The other thing was making sure that you put out a video every Sunday. We went down that path and we said, boom, we have to have a video out every single Sunday. And we found out that didn't work. And this is probably more of a lessons learned, but we found out that didn't work for us all the time, because again, we'd be in a location where we wanted to enjoy it, and we just could not bring ourselves to staying in our motorhome 10, 15 hours editing a video and lose out on the fact that we were only going to be in this particular park or location for 2 days. So it's okay with us that we don't have a video that comes out every single Sunday. If it's Monday, great. If it's Thursday, that works okay too. It's just a decision that we make. And
you know, people don't realize what YouTube really is. It's just it's this big machine, right? And everything's ran by an algorithm. When you input stuff, it just takes your movie or your video and does all kinds of magic with it and decides whether or not it's going to promote it or whether it's not, whether, you know, lots
of... It's like a big giant shell game.
Yeah, trust me, I don't know near as much as a lot of people, so I'm not going to pretend that, but I do know enough to know that it is a big machine to feed, and you have to constantly feed it in order to one, become successful, and two, maintain that success, and that is consistency is key. Now, I don't think YouTube cares whether or not you put a video out on Monday and then the next one you put out on a Tuesday. I don't know that it cares about that. I think maybe your subscribers care because they're used to, just like a TV show on TV, right? Every Wednesday, part
of it's when they're going to actually watch it, when they're going to have the time to actually watch it. What's that best time?
This is true, right? So that's all part of the mix, and you have to study that and understand when your subscriber base, or when most people watch your videos.
Let's talk about the good side, because there is a lot of rewarding aspects to being having a YouTube channel. There really is.
Well, I think the biggest thing is you create a community of kind of like-minded people.
Oh my God, the community is awesome. And Brian answers, I would say, 99% of the YouTube comments. I take all of the other social media, so that's going to be Instagram, Facebook, anything that comes from our .com. So we've divided and conquered as far as that goes, but you're going to get some kind of a response from us. That's very important to us as well.
Guaranteed.
You've engaged, and we want to engage back with you. I think that's only fair. And the community that we have built, the people that we have reached out to, that we continue conversations with, is amazing. In fact, we have received at least 4, and I'm probably underestimating, 4 invitations to come and stay on folks' property. All the time they're giving us recommendations for where to go. I mean, that aspect of it is huge. Very rewarding.
Just had a viewer the other day say, hey, you're in Costa Rica, come stay with us. So that's kind of awesome.
Canada. We've had Canada, Florida. Yes.
Where else? A couple in Florida, I think.
Indiana, Arizona. Yes.
It's just true. Right. So that's the upside, right? Again, it's like-minded people. And
something else that's very rewarding, and I want to read a couple of comments that we've received recently on some of our videos. And I say this to Brian all the time, because as I said, or as Brian mentioned, he gets caught up in the analytics a little bit. And then I kind of help even that out with some of these comments. But this comes from Sigma Sharp, who recently commented on our composting toilet video, which we need to talk about that too, because that was a phenomena. Anyhow, he or she said, "Oh, many people said this in the comments, but I'm going to say it again. Best video to talk about these embarrassing topics. These are essentials." And on the same video is this comes from Louvin, Louvin, Lovin. They said, "You are the only one that has ever discussed the female issues part of the composting toilet." And I received multiple ones in that regard.
Tons,
Yeah, and that's what keeps us motivated. That's what keeps us inspired to continue doing this. If we can help people, if we can help inform them, if we can help encourage them, that is the most rewarding part of this. We're not looking for compliments. We're looking for validation, I guess, that we are providing helpful information to people.
What we're doing is meaningful. So one of the things that we always found important and wanted to keep on the forefront of what we do and why we do it is that that what we do might be slightly entertaining. I don't know, but
we try. We really try.
More so, informational and something that's going to provide value to someone other than just entertaining. Yeah. So, and if truth be told, we are still kind of refining.
We are.
What we are.
We are. Yes.
And
your comments, though, definitely help us to refine that.
So it's just a matter of finding that secret sauce, I guess.
Well, and we are doing so well at segues. So that's a perfect segue into the phenomena that we recently had with our composting video, our composting toilet video. We put that out. I actually expected that to do pretty well because composting toilets were being talked about quite a bit at that particular time. And it received maybe 500 views in a couple of months. We put that out in June, July, August. I can't remember which month it was. Probably doesn't matter.
June or July.
Yeah. Then all of a sudden, this is the funny thing that happens. Brian, because he does all of the comments on YouTube, starts receiving all of these comments and new subscribers on his iPhone and trying to figure out what's going on with the composting toilet video. Well, all of a sudden, that thing just shot up. Big surprise to us. We found out by going into the analytics and trying to figure out why, who's promoting this or where is it being recommended. But we found out that it was being recommended. So
Suggested,
it was being suggested all of a sudden.
By more than one other video. So
a few months later.
This kind of catches fire. And this is all over the world. So we're getting comments from viewers all over the world.
Ooh, bug.
Just one from Britain the other day, which I thought was a cute comment.
Right.
How the British talk more about their toilets and seem to take more pride in their RV toilets than Americans do. It's a very common topic over there, more common than the weather apparently.
Right, yeah, who knew?
We mean that in a good way.
Yeah.
It's just a kind of a funny comment. So.
But that's really cool. The same thing happened with our Mexico video, our very first one where we went to Rocky Point, and we will link all of these videos we're talking about in the description. But that one was a very slow, I call that a creeper at the very beginning. It was a very slow moving, and then all of a sudden, boom, it took off, and it was very surprising. So you just don't know, and YouTube is a fickle beast, I guess. So will we continue?
Yeah, will we continue? Yes, we will.
People are probably wondering, okay, giving us the good and the bad. Will you continue? Absolutely.
Yeah, we will.
Yeah.
I think it's important for us to do more things like this. We find something that's really spectacular. We want to capture it. Maybe something that is largely unknown.
Yeah.
By
there we go. There's an opportunity.
General public,
right.
And say, hey, this would be something I think that is worth sharing with the world.
We have some recommendations, some lessons learned that we would like to share with you. Hopefully, again, our goal is to help provide information. So why don't we talk about a few of those things?
All right. So
water break. How about my favorite topic for you? Comments and how to deal with those comments.
Don't take things personally.
Don't take it. You can't take it personally.
Well, here's the saying I always had when I was in business and working at a company. I always said, I don't take things personally. I take things professionally.
Even, we've gotten a comment in the past about blathering. You're just blathering on. This is a 5-minute video that took me 20 minutes to watch.
Yeah.
It gives us some insight.
But they watched it.
But they watched it. That's the thing. They watched it, and they watched it to the end, which is interesting.
All right, last but not least.
This is a great one. don't forget why you went into this particular lifestyle, this RV lifestyle, if that's what you're doing. Don't forget about why you originally started your YouTube channel. Don't get caught up in the necessity to carry all of this camera equipment with you and forget to smell the roses. Enjoy where you are, enjoy what you're doing, stay engaged. Just don't forget that.
Yeah.
Live your life.
Yeah, just live life. And everything else is secondary.
Absolutely. And it strikes me as very interesting when I see YouTubers that will put out something and say, hey, we apologize. We had, X, Y, and Z going on and we weren't able to get a video out on Sunday. And I'm thinking, why do you even have to apologize? Live your life.
Right.
I'm not gonna, that's not the only thing I'm waiting for on a Sunday is for that particular video to come out. Live your life.
But we have done that.
Don't feel like you have to apologize for that.
I did do that one time.
We did, yeah. And then I said, why are we doing this? Why do we, live your life. It's okay if you don't get it out on Sunday, if you get it out on Thursday. If you have to skip a week, that's okay too.
Yep.
I think that's probably the biggest message.
Yep. All right, well, that wraps it up for this video. If you haven't already subscribed, consider doing that.
Yes, hit the notification bell and then you'll be notified when a new video comes out. We're not sure where it's going to pop up, maybe up here. If you like it, give us a thumbs up.
If you don't like it, give us two thumbs down. That would be awesome.
Share our video with others if you think it was helpful.
Yeah, definitely.
Yes. And until next time, we'll see ya. Oh, I lost my ball.
Gotta get that. It's gonna be too windy without it.
Where'd it go? Where'd it go? Are you kidding?
Probably fell there.
No, hold on. Maybe it's in my bra. Cause we're living here in Allentown. Oh, shoot. You took that down already. Okay. Cool. Did you want to be able to see the monitor or not?
Oh. Is that red light on?
Yeah.
Okay. It turns off at 30
it's just
minutes.
that. Oh, okay. All right. Okay.
Yeah, it turns off at 30 minutes. I think I can change that, but in our YouTube
so we have oh, look at the little puppy. There's a little teeny tiny Yorkie walking by. We have some recommendations. Subscribing,
click that little notification bell. So if you like what we do, consider subscribing. Click that notification bell somewhere. I never get it right, left, right, up, down. So you'll know where it's at.
Yes.